Hi everybody. Today's video I want it to be on how to start and build a profitable web hosting business. A lot of mistakes that people make is that they dump a bunch of money into their new venture and realize building a web hosting business takes time to grow, nurture, develop, and ultimately be profitable. So it's very important that you know the art of scaling. You don't want to start in buying a rack of servers that cost you XYZ amount of dollars per month. You want to start small and scale it accordingly. This is how I started my own business 10 years ago. I started very small. I started as just a one-man operation, just myself. It was a basic website, the domain name, and a reseller account. And that's it. So pretty much for about $30 a month, I had my business. So what did I do to grow it? What did I do to make it to what it is today? Where I have support staff in New Jersey, clients from around the world. It's a recognizable brand. What did I do? How did that happen? Well, it wasn't money. It was a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of stress, a lot of work. But I was able to do it. And I'll tell you how I started it and some of the growth pains I went through and some of the glory I went through. So here we go. Started in 2008. Like I said, simple domain name, simple website. Me, myself, and I, the tech guy, the marketing guy, the everything guy, the guy that put out the fires. One-man show, one-man operation for the first 2 years, and that was tough. Calls at 3 o'clock in the morning, you name it. So how I grew my business, what did I do, how did I get these clients, why did they come to me if I was a one-man show with no recognition, no stability because I was brand new. What the hell did I do? Well, I'll tell you what did it. I was a guy that used to build websites for people and charge them whatever, a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 per website. And I would give the website to whatever hosting company it was, and that was that. How I started was I started hosting my own clients. Great, I'm going to build this website for you. Not only that, I'm going to manage it for you. That will differentiate me from you going somewhere else. Because if you go somewhere else, if you have an issue with it and you're not hosting with me, there's going to be a charge. So that was how I probably got my first 10 to 20 clients. After that, I learned really quick that participating in web hosting forums was the number one crucial way that I was able to get new business. Because in Google, I really wasn't ranking that well. I was a brand new domain. I didn't have the funds to really do an effective AdWords campaign. So it was participating in web forums. I joined one of the web forums in 2009 and just started posting things. I would answer threads where people had questions about coding or questions about why my website's not working. And I would just participate and answer. On the bottom of my post, you have what's called a signature, and that's where your link to your website is. And this works twofold. One, you're starting to build credibility in a community of people that are part of web hosting. And number two, it's organically building backlinks to your website, giving you, over time, better rankings in the search engines like Google. So what started happening was I started getting clients, more clients. And it was a very exciting time. Even though I wasn't making a ton of money, whatever, $100, $200 a month, I was ecstatic because I felt a sense of independence, meaning, wow, I'm actually generating an income, not being dependent on a job, a company. Obviously, I was still working. I had to. I have bills like everyone else does. But it was that little ray of sunshine, that little spark that really, like, oh my God, this just might work. So I eventually started to grow out of this reseller account, and I had to take it to the next level. The servers in those days were $300 a month each, and I was thinking, wow, I can't do this. So I went to what's called a VPS, which is basically a little section of a server. I go, okay, let me do this. It's safe. It's $60 a month. If my business doesn't grow, okay, I'm not going to go under. But if I get this server that's $300 a month, and I'm making probably $300 a month, it's, I don't know. I was nervous because I didn't know which direction the hosting business was going to go. So I get the VPS, and I just continued with these forums. I just stayed on the forums. I put my phone number on the website. Just you name it. I would get calls at all hours. Oh yeah, I'm just calling to see if this is a real business. If someone's actually going to answer the phone and whatnot. Even though some of them were pretty late and I might have not sounded the best, groggy perhaps, but I would answer the phone and just stay on the forums. Lo and behold, I grew out of that VPS in 3 months, and I went to a dedicated server. Again, only the forums. It wasn't an easy transition on the VPS because what had happened was I didn't know exactly how much the VPS could handle. And in those days, we didn't have the tools we have now in these days to actually isolate every account. So one account on the VPS could easily bring down the entire VPS and everyone would be offline. We didn't have what we use today, Cloud Linux, that isolates everyone. So if you have one guy, he's not going to screw it up for everyone else. So that was a 3-month VPS spout that I didn't have a lot of sleep. And I was actually thinking twice, like, wow, maybe this business is not going to work. Maybe, it's not for me, what have not. It's all about learning and learning from your mistakes. So that was one mistake of many mistakes I made in the first couple of years that I had to learn the hard way. By the way, I had a full head of hair when I started working in web hosting, so no, I'm just kidding. So I go to the server. I think, great, I'm on a dedicated server. I'm making more money now. I can afford this server, paying the server without any issues. My problems are solved. Everyone's going to be happy. Great. I'm still growing. But one of the things you learn really quick is, unlike a reseller account where the host generally has redundancy backups, and the VPS I took out also had redundancy backups, the server didn't have remote backups. And having that server was great for about 6 months until the hard drive crashed. And I learned quick. I learned really fast the importance of having redundancy in data. It was a disaster. I lost a lot of clients. The data center I was working with was really great on trying to recover the data from the crashed drive onto a new drive. They successfully did it for about 70% of the accounts. I lost the other 30% of the accounts. It was atrocious. I lost another 20% of my clients because they were offline for 3 days. But surprisingly, I made it through. And after that, I quickly had another drive put in the server and did a RAID, which basically means you're mirroring the data from one drive to another drive. So if one of the drives crashes, you have the other drive running in real time. So if you have a crash drive in that configuration, no one goes offline, the drive goes down, nobody knows it because it's running off the other one, data center puts in another drive. Lesson learned, right? Right. So continued with posting on the web hosting forums, and further growth happened. You don't need a lot of money to start a web hosting business. $100, maybe $200 to get a pretty nice template for your website. And that's it. What you do need is a web host that is willing to help you when your clients have issues that you don't know how to take care of because you're new in this business, where someone more senior in the business can help you. And that's what I did when I chose my reseller account, VPS server, whatnot, was that I had somebody that knew how to correct issues for my clients that at the time I did not know. So if you have any questions, if you want to know more about web hosting, post them down below. I will go ahead and answer them for you. I'll give you my absolute unbiased advice, whether you want to go with our company or you want to go with a competitor, or whatever you want to do. This is something I'm very passionate about and I love to talk about it. And I'm going to be doing more videos as questions come up. If you want to know something about this business, post it down below. I'll be ecstatic to make another video. And that's all for now. Have a great night. Bye.